pains me to see how many people are using affirmations and then they're crying that, oh, nothing changes. I'm gonna explain to you why for some people they work like this, and also for most people they do not work like this. It's a very simple explanation, and after this you're actually going to be able to start to use affirmation properly for yourself, so you can have everything that you want, and actually wait for you to get what you want is not going to be something that you absolutely hate. You're going to actually enjoy the process. It's gonna be a little bit of work to getting used to it, but it's going to work, and you're finally going to understand how to individualize this particular process for yourself so it fits you and not try to fit everyone else in the world. It fits you and has to fit only you. That's where you're different than anyone else. So welcome to my fancy setup. So first off, I'm going to explain to you why affirmations doesn't work for you when it actually does work for other people. So let's say this is what you want, and these are some other people, let's see, right? And let's say, so this is on a frequency level. And let's say that you're somewhere here. So you're trying to actually use the same affirmations that got these people from here to here. Meanwhile, those affirmations, since they do not work particularly for you, rather than you like coming to this particular goal, you actually either go a little bit further, either you feel so uncomfortable, maybe you move just a little bit, but then come back again. This is why it actually feels like shit for you, because you cannot resonate with the same things that these people do resonate, okay? So what do I mean that these people are there, you're here, and this is why it doesn't work for you? So each and every person, they actually have a frequency in regards to each thing they have in life. So it can be relationship, money, friendships, I know, even pets, like literally anything that you can imagine. Each person has a particular frequency that is unique for them, and they can only move in their particular way to the frequency where they want. So usually for those people who those very broad affirmations do work, so when you see those on YouTube videos like, oh, listen to these affirmations for 10 days and then you're gonna manifest absolutely everything, why do they not work for you? Or maybe they work for you just in another matter, but doesn't work in this matter that you're working on right now, is because on that particular topic you are further away than those people who actually created it and it worked for them. And this is why it keeps on thinking that, oh my god, what, I'm doing something wrong, something's wrong with me, blah blah. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just basically using a wrong tool for your situation. Like, they need a shovel, they got a shovel. You're like, oh, they fixed that by getting a shovel, let me get a shovel too. Meanwhile, you need a shovel, I don't know, a drill, you need a car, you need this and that in order for you to get there. It's completely different type of work. So what do we do in order for you to get there from here? So first off, I want to explain to you that, for example, people who are here, they might be resonating, for example, that I am happy with what I have, but it would be amazing to have this. And this is why those simple, very universal kind of affirmations, they do work for them. However, if you're further away from the goal because you had your experiences, your beliefs, also you have a very different environment from them, maybe they have more supportive people, maybe they have more understanding people, maybe they have someone who actually is in that reality, and that is so extremely strong when you want to get into a new reality of your own. So you need different tools. So rather than having those particular affirmations like, I am loved, I am complete, I am amazing, I love spending time with that particular person or whatever. So this is where it works for them because they are closer to that. However, if you're further, you have to make sure that affirmation that you're using is a little bit closer to the ideal state where you want. So for example, you're single, right? You feel unloved and so on, but you want to be in a state of, I am loved, people appreciate me, I am so deserving of great relationships, like all of that mindset, right? So you cannot get there just by using those affirmations. You have to increase the heat little by little. Then you're going to get where you want without feeling that separation within, because your ego is not stupid. It actually knows where you are right now. And when you're feeding it lies that, oh, I am wealthy, and you then realize that, oh, wait, I cannot spend my money on this, I cannot spend my money on that, oh my god, my car broke, and all of those things, your ego is like, you dumbass, like, what are you talking about? It's not, like, no. And then you're going to even feel ashamed that you're lying to yourself. So we don't want that, because this is only going to attract, like, that. When you use that tool, when it's not time for that tool for yourself right now where you are, this is where you're going to do more damage for yourself. So we toss that into the garbage can, and we actually move from where you want to start moving from. So let's say that you are, as I mentioned, right? For example, single, and you want to get into a relationship. So rather than saying, I am in a perfect relationship where I'm so loved and so adored and I get everything I want and all my needs met, you actually start just a little bit closer to that reality, closer to that affirmation, but that is not far away from where you are right now. I'm going to explain why it's very important, because this is not going to be like immediate, like, oh, from this I manifested this. It's actually going to be more like steps that you're climbing. So for example, here, to get from here to here and already attract different things that are a little bit better than in reality that you currently are, here you might say, even though I'm single right now, I can believe of possibility of the perfect person for me out there. So do you feel the difference of how much less resistance, and actually you feel like it's a, I don't know, I would say like soothing kind of moment happens in your body, because you're like, oh, I can sit with that, right? So when you feel that, okay, this is a little bit of a stepping stone, like you still have a little bit to get used to this new affirmation, new type of vibration, I would say, right? You just keep on going. So it can be a day, it can be a week, it can be a month, but as long as it becomes natural to you, this is where you can start going to the next step. So then with the next step, the same exact thing, right? Only from this point, you go from this point to a higher one. So for example, for this state, you can say that even though I'm single, I know that I have so much to offer to another person, and I would be appreciated for that, right? So if you would start with that from the first position and only go there, then you wouldn't be having a great time, because it's still too far from your reality. But when you're already like, okay, there might be a person, and it's already natural to you, the next natural step is to acknowledge that, okay, if there is that person, I actually can see that I can be to someone of value and be appreciated for who I am truly. So it's already a step up. So you keep on going in the same direction and keep on improving those particular affirmations that you sit with and that feel closer to the reality that you want. And essentially, each time when you actually embody the frequency where you decide to go higher in, you're going to see that your reality is shifting as well. So for example, maybe you find after that first shift that, oh, I actually saw quite a few people that I felt attracted to, that had like some kind of qualities. I even started thinking, oh, maybe they could be like that person, right? Then, for example, on that I believe that there's a person who would actually value me for who I am in a relationship, right? This is where you're going to start to get exposed by law of attraction, by attracting that truth. So you're going to see maybe friends are starting to share that they appreciate you for this, and that. Maybe at your job, someone says that, oh my God, this is amazing, like this, and that. Maybe someone like very randomly gives you a compliment. And then yet again, you see even more people that seem to be have that potential of a partner for you. So you don't rush the process, because then you're literally just essentially trying to jump from one step, from no steps, like 2 steps, and then whoop, go where you want to go. That doesn't work like that. So essentially, rather than you trying to come from one side of the ocean to another side, you're like, I'm mad that I'm not on the other side of the ocean. You're actually like, wait a second, I can get a boat or I can get a plane. So literally a boat or a plane would be a representation of that, how you get steadily to where you want. And you are going to see it's such a big difference in how you feel. Even though it seems at first that, oh my God, I'm making such a slow progress, it's not the case. You're not making slow progress. You just thought that it should be magical and immediate and so on, because everyone who's sharing their realities and how they came to get things in their life, it was basically very, very fast. But the thing is that a lot of them are not saying this. They're not sharing the real thing that is where you can actually create those particular steps for yourself. Create that plane, or I don't know, this does not look like a plane, this looks like a fish, or a boat, right? Like you have to use what you have in order to get where you want to get, and not just be desperate like, I'm not there yet. Why those affirmations are not working for you? They were not designed to individually match where you are right now, because someone can be here, someone can be here, someone can be here. You're here. Your work is to find what works for you and then get where you want. And that's amazing that you actually can use this powerful tool in your advantage. That's amazing. I'm so excited for you to try out this particular tool. You're going to see how much more ease you feel in everyday life and that everything is okay. And as you know, the more resistance you release, this is actually when you actually even attract the goal itself faster to you. But sometimes you might hit a little bit more resistance, especially if you're far away from that goal. So this is where you need to check out this video. It's going to explain what to do when actually very serious resistance is coming up, or there's something that you have been dealing with for a long time. So maybe you even have that hard time to even think of the next better thought, just a little bit better than where you are right now. This is the process that is going to help you way, way more. And you're going to understand in depth when to use this particular tool with affirmations that are individualized for you, and also this tool that you're going to check out next.